Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Monday, August 16th, 2021. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. Happy Monday. All right, if you missed Jazz on the Narrows this weekend, you really f***ed up big time. Friday was iffy with the rain, but they ended up getting it all in. Saturday was a bit hot, but the music was hotter. And Sunday was spectacular with the weather. Mindy Abair headlining, a cool breeze across the Kent Narrows, a wine tasting on a docked yacht. Yep, you missed it, you screwed up. Make sure you keep your eye out for it next year because Mercy is bringing it back and we will be first in line to sponsor it once again. But now it is Monday, so let's get into the news, shall we? South County was a hot spot for crime over the past week. On Thursday night, Anne Arundel County Police responded to Flanders Lane in Harwood for a shooting. On arrival, they found a woman deceased in a vehicle and a male deceased nearby. The investigation revealed that Harrison Hurdle and Shelby Chilastari were in a relationship and had recently broken up. It's believed that Hurdle of Annapolis went to her home in Harwood and shot her and then turned the gun on himself. Hurdle was 23 and Chilastari was 25. Friends of Chilastari have set up a GoFundMe to help the family with funeral costs and a memorial service. The link you can find at the story on eyeonannapolis.net. Very early Friday morning, a 74-year-old woman was stabbed while confronting an armed intruder in her home. Police received a call for a home invasion in the 200 block of Lykes Road in Edgewater. Now, this is way down the peninsula. Probably you can't go any further. In the Beverly Beach neighborhood, the unknown suspect entered her bedroom and she began to struggle with him when she received a minor stab wound. It is very minor. Unfortunately, police have no solid description beyond a male, about 5'8" tall, with a muscular build. Anybody that has any info, 410-222-1960. And we will have a bit more on this later this morning, so you want to check back at eyeonannapolis.net. But last night at about 10 p.m., the Anne Arundel County Fire Department responded to the 600 block of Old Mill Road in Millersville for a pedestrian struck. When they arrived, they found an adult male pinned underneath the vehicle. He was extricated but was in trauma arrest. We have not heard an update on his condition or any circumstances surrounding the accident just yet, but we do expect to have some of that information in very shortly. In Annapolis, more than 30 people in a Heritage Harbor condominium on Shipmaster Way have been displaced. A fire broke out in the attic of a 3-story condo building after being struck by lightning. The fire damage was contained to the attic area and the roof, but the units on the 3rd floor directly below the fire sustained water and smoke damage. Anne Arundel County's Department of Aging and Disabilities, as well as the Red Cross, are assisting the residents. Speaking of the Red Cross, they are putting out the call once again for blood. With the hurricane forecast recently being bumped up, they are anticipating a much greater need across the country. In addition to blood, they need volunteers. If you would like to volunteer, you want to go to redcross.org/volunteer. Again, that's redcross.org/volunteer. If you would like to give blood, we do have a list of upcoming blood drives in Annapolis, Gambrills, and Glen Burnie on eyeonannapolis.net, or you could probably go to redcross.org and search there as well. Do you have a budding Elon Musk in your home? The Annapolis Town Center wants to know about him or her. The program is slowly developing, but they will be hosting an array of young entrepreneurs to show off their stuff. They are calling it the Little Bosses Festival. It will be on October 3rd, and it'll be a fun way to highlight our kids in the community and get their businesses started. Nominations are open now at AnnapolisTownCenter.com, and they are spelling that all the normal ways. There's no E's at the end of town, and the center is spelled C-E-N-T-E-R now. AnnapolisTownCenter.com, and they will close on August 31st. That's the nomination. The rules, you have to be a Maryland resident and be under 15, and this will be fun. Finally, I hope you caught the local business spotlight we dropped on Saturday with Dana Steibolt from MacMedics. They saved me multiple times. Coming up Saturday, Ben Burge from Anne Arundel Economic Development Corp. And we also dropped a phone one with Mike Montale from Hollis Brown on Sunday, and they will be at the Ram's Head on stage on the 27th, and you might want to keep your ears open for a free ticket to that on Ticket Tuesday. And remember, these business spotlights do drop at noon every Saturday and are completely free, so if you know of any local businesses that need to be spotlighted, let me know or let them know to reach out to me. All right, that's it for the news. But first, a quick thank you to our 4 sponsors for today's Daily News Brief: Solar Energy Services, the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company, Rehab to Perform, and MacMedics. All righty, it is Monday, and Alsina from CovingtonAlsina is here with your Monday Money Report. And as always, George Young from DCMDVA Weather is here with your locally forecast weather. All of that is coming up in just a bit.
Have you ever had to wait to get an appointment at the Apple Store? Skip the wait and the line at the mall by visiting MacMedics in Severna Park or Lanham, where appointments are not necessary. MacMedics is an Apple-authorized premium service provider. MacMedics services all Apple devices, including broken iPhone screens and batteries, and all without an appointment. Most iPhone repairs are complete the same day and usually within a few hours. MacMedics is also an Apple-authorized reseller and sell Apple products at the same price as the Apple Store. Visit MacMedics in Severna Park or Lanham for Apple-authorized sales and service and shop local. Don't wait for help. Call MacMedics at 410-757-MAX, which is 410-757-6227. It's 410-757-6227. Or visit them online at MacMedics.com. When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be, so you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Monday, August 16th. Not a bad weekend for the Annapolis region, especially with much nicer temps across the region yesterday. But the week ahead looks to be an active one with multiple rain chances. Look for highs today to be in the low to mid 80s with off and on rain throughout the day into the nighttime hours, to be followed by mid to upper 80s tomorrow through the weekend, with daily rain chances likely through Thursday, followed by a chance of PM storms Friday through the weekend. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching DCMDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Store. And also be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And use our website each day by visiting DCMDVAweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company.
Hi, I'm Kristi Neidhardt. My team and I often get asked, is now a good time to make a move? The answer is absolutely. With interest rates the lowest they've been in nearly 50 years and inventory in high demand, now is the time to let us earn your trust. Whether you're looking to relocate, downsize, or find the home of your dreams, my team and I will guide you through the process and find exactly what you are looking for. Serving people is a passion of mine, and it's what my team does best. That's the Neidhardt difference.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-295-6579 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
Are you an active adult or competitive athlete dealing with an injury keeping you from being at your best? Then Rehab to Perform is here to get you back to your full potential. R2P is a unique fitness-focused physical therapy company with 4 locations in Maryland. More like a training room and a personal training studio than a medical facility. R2P offers physical therapy for lower back pain, overuse injuries, post-surgery, muscle pulls, chronic pain, and more. R2P also offers rehabilitation for concussions and mild traumatic brain injuries. To learn more, visit rehabtoperform.com.
You work hard for your money. Is your money working hard for you? Managing and investing, it can be confusing. Ann Alsina, a financial planner from CovingtonAlsina, has been helping people make sense of it all for over 17 years. Are you ready? Now here's your Monday Money Report.
This is Ann Alsina of CovingtonAlsina with your Monday Money Report. Friday was yet another all-time market high, and we continue to see good news with other economic indicators. Inflation has begun ticking down, and new unemployment claims are also down for the 3rd consecutive week. Projections for emerging markets are also a bit down, as China has a regulatory crackdown and we see enhanced geopolitical risk in the region. You may be asking, what are emerging markets? Typically, we divide equities, or stocks, into multiple categories. Remember that a share of stock represents ownership in a company. We divide them by size of company or market capitalization. That gives us large, mid, and small cap stocks. We also divide them by the type of company, growth or value. Growth stocks are generally companies that are either not currently profitable or are plowing profits back into the company to grow faster. Value companies are typically paying dividends or sharing their profits with their shareholders. And finally, we divide them by location. Domestic equities are stocks of U.S.-owned companies. That doesn't mean they only have operations in the U.S. For example, Ford and Toyota both sell cars around the globe, but Ford is a U.S. stock and Toyota is an international stock. International stocks are generally from fully developed economies. Think Western Europe, Australia, Japan. This leaves emerging markets. South America, much of Asia, including China and India, are part of this classification. Historically, emerging markets equity has been one of the most volatile asset classes, but one that can also have pretty high returns. You may ask why we would want such a volatile asset class in our portfolio. In the long run, the returns can be strong, and in a managed portfolio, you rebalance, meaning that when one asset class is outperforming, you sell some of it and buy the asset classes that aren't performing so well. Rebalancing a portfolio means you are regularly selling high and buying low. Your action to take this week is to sign up for our Financial Foundations class. You can register on our website at CovingtonAlsina.com. Be sure to check out our Facebook page for more information. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advice offered through Great Valley Advisor Group, a registered investment advisor. Covington-Alsina and Great Valley Advisor Group are separate entities from LPL Financial. All performance references historical and is no guarantee of future results. All indices are unmanaged and may not be invested into directly. Companies mentioned are for information purposes only. It should not be considered a solicitation for the purchase or sale of the securities. Any investment should be consistent with your objectives, time frame, and risk tolerance. The opinions voiced in this show are for general information only, are not to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. Determine which strategies or investments may be appropriate, qualified professional prior to making a decision. And if you don't have a financial advisor, come talk to us. This is Ann Alsina with CovingtonAlsina.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. With all the talk of energy resilience in the news recently, I'm surprised there's not more talk about solar plus batteries, especially since 1/3 of all of our new residential solar projects include a battery backup system that provides instant energy security and peace of mind. And with incentives in place for battery backup, this investment is now more affordable than ever. With financing rates as low as 0.99% and plans offering 18 months same as cash, it's now easier than ever to go solar with no money down. Financing creates an easy bill swap scenario where you replace your electric bill with a loan payment, allowing you to build equity in your own personal energy supply. Don't wait for your next power outage to act. Contact us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net to learn more about solar with battery backup. Don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.